Okay. Uh, this is Hiroja Shibe of Hiroja Space Odyssey Network with another Hiroja Thought Bubble. And I wanted to talk about the eBay news. Broke kind of like yesterday and got verified by Yahoo Finance and some other places that eBay is looking to accept Bitcoin. And I know a lot of people are discussing and talking about it and talking more about the merchant aspect of the eBay concept or process in the competition of Amazon. There was some news a couple months back in which Amazon was seen to have bought uh, crypto themed websites. Um, it's always been a big push to have Amazon to accept Bitcoin. Just mere fact of its global presence and network effect, and particularly with the whole, independent merchants, much like eBay and stuff like that, and even the little Merkle Turkle aspect of Amazon. Um, but I think people are missing a big component to the eBay thing. I think it has less to do with merchants accepting Bitcoin, which I know Craigslist is allowing for the listing aspect of people accepting cryptocurrency. Yelp is allowing businesses to list accepting the cryptocurrency. No doubt eBay will eventually allow for that little sidebar saying that you could accept this in cryptocurrency. They accept cryptocurrency. I think they're missing the payment aspect because eBay owns PayPal. And PayPal already has a subsidiary that does do and accept cryptocurrency. And I think they got scared not by any Amazon news, but by Square. Square has been eating into their market share, as has Apple Pay and Google Play. If you go to almost any merchant now, any store now, you see the little symbol for Apple Pay and Google Pay where you just tap your phone and you pay. But you don't see a PayPal Pay. In fact, it's very difficult to find a PayPal Pay. I only know one place in my area that accepts PayPal. And even that is a pain in the ass to do. It's not a tap thing like Google Pay or Apple Pay. You have to download, you have to download the app anyways. Except for Apple and Google, they have a leg up where it's already incorporated in the software. The app is already downloaded. So you don't have to do that, but you just have to activate it and add your cards. But with PayPal, you have to deal with this whole linkage thing. You have to do an extra step. And it has to do it with each and every single merchant. So it's annoying. You have to link and authorize Home Depot for PayPal. If you wanted to go in and say McDonald's and McDonald's accept PayPal, you have to add McDonald option. That's silly, that's dumb, it's stupid. But this is because of that hurdle, that extra step that people have to do, it's kind of eating away at PayPal's dominance in the merchant space, in the payment service space. And because of that, they're getting scared. They're definitely getting scared by Square. Because Square is targeting pretty much the small business merchant people. Mobile is huge. Just think about the fact that you really just have to have a phone to accept payment. Hey! And now people can go to people's homes, knock on their doors, do services in-house, things of that nature, set up just a table anywhere and sell. There's not this added need of a desktop or those payment machines, any of that. You just have to have a phone. So I think this is why eBay is accepting Bitcoin. They see the writing on the wall. They've already been experimenting with I think it's called Braintree that accepts it. So they have an understanding a little bit. They dip their toes in the waters, if you will. And now with Square accepting Bitcoin and being able to sell and buy cryptocurrencies if you wanted to through a mobile device, through that little white a little white device you add to the end of your phone. I think eBay / PayPal is scared. So they're doing what they can to stay in the game, if you will, and accepting cryptocurrencies on their biggest merchant platform, eBay, for PayPal, is a way to survive. Now, I don't know if that's going to help them. I have very deep concerns because now we're adding another custodial player into the space. We already have a few, and it's causing all sorts of havoc and problems. And do we need that? Do we need a major hack off of PayPal where they are the custodians of people's crypto and they get hacked and all that crypto is gone? You're going to have to start doing the whole AML, KYC bullshit. The whole aspect of why people went into this space was so they could avoid all that. And now we are advocating because we're hoping the network effect will benefit us. I don't know. I think we're adding our own hurdles. We're self-sabotaging ourselves in a little ways. I think there's ways to navigate around that. I think we should put efforts in Open Bazaar and other decentralized, less cumbersome. Well, cumbersome in the sense that you don't have to do, know your own customers, AML, and custodialship concerns of the cryptocurrency space. The whole point is being your own bank. So while I think it will benefit the pricing of Bitcoin, it will benefit the awareness, it will benefit merchants when they actually get Bitcoin in their hand and realize that they don't want to deal with custodials and they just want to deal peer-to-peer, kind of like cash is, but digitally. Then things might change. And maybe like a Trojan horse, we're using eBay to get there, but I don't know. I mean, we already have Coinbase, we have BitPay, we have all the exchanges acting as custodials for a lot of people's cryptocurrency out here in this space. And I'm just a little concerned about adding another player in there because it could be an easy way for regulators to circle the wagons around us, if you will. But anyways, those are my thoughts about the whole eBay thing. I think it has more to do with PayPal and less to do with eBay itself as a merchant, and more about PayPal's service losing dominance in the space with the Apple Pay and Google Pay, gaining stronger traction, being in so many places. Just look, now that I mentioned it, it's just like the whole red card thing. You're going to see the little Google Android guy and the little Apple Pay sign everywhere on those little merchant, debit card, credit card boxes. But you're not going to see PayPal. Plus, I think, just one little tidbit, I think even if you were to add Bitcoin, I think it's going to have the place of Amex, American Express, to where people are aware of it, people know about it, but because it's a little cumbersome, like for the merchants, and it's the fees. And I'm not saying this because of making this analogy because of the fees in the Bitcoin space. I'm making this analogy where many merchants aren't going to accept American Express because they don't have that many customers that might be using American Express. So paying for American Express to access that network is not economically, there's no economic incentive on their end. Even if they did, it eats into their cost when they could just accept Visa or MasterCard or even Discover. So I think in some sense, Bitcoin for a while being that little boutique place where you have like high-end users using it. And you're seeking, we're seeking something a little bit more than that, and it's gonna take a while to get there. But basically, I think going back to my point, I think it boils down to PayPal and the fact that they're losing dominance, that the fact that Square is accepting Bitcoin as a merchant option, and they're seeing their market share whittle away with all this competition, and so they're turning to Bitcoin. We'll see. There's a lot of new things coming on online. Lightning Network is getting here. Eventually, we're gonna have to discuss that. And the price is going up. We have these future markets where now they're betting long now. So we'll see. We'll see how the year, we're not even at the end of the year, but how things shake out the end of the year and what the new year brings for everyone. But that's it. That's my thoughts. Thank you very much for listening. This is Ferocious Shive, and to the moon.